Okay, so if you've been watching my videos for a while, then you probably already know that I was born and raised right here in Minnesota. And while I do frequently talk about all of the good things about Minnesota in my videos, there are a few things that I absolutely hate about living here. And make sure you stay till the end of the video because number 10 is probably one that you wouldn't expect. Well, unless you already live here, of course. Stay tuned. What's going on, guys? Brandon here, aka your favorite Minnesota realtor, and we're gonna go ahead and jump right into number 1 on the list of things that I hate about Minnesota, and that is, drumroll, humid summers. Now, this may just be a personal thing, but my body tends to run on the hot side, so I don't like the heat too much. Give me a nice little breezy 75-degree day, and that's perfect for me. But in the land of 10,000 lakes, well, 11,342 to be exact, it can be pretty humid in the summer, and I don't know about you, but I sweat pretty easily. Now, the good thing is, though, that we do have so many lakes that you can go cool off in if that's your thing. Now, perfectly segueing into number 2 are the mosquitoes. Now, having those Minnesota lakes does come at a cost, especially if you're up at a cabin by the lake or a wooded area. Now, those mosquitoes will certainly have you moments away from a mental breakdown. And I mean, seriously, getting multiple mosquito bites on places like your knuckle or your ankle could probably be used as military interrogation. Luckily, we only have to deal with those in the summer. Moving on, number 3 on my list are that the people here tend to avoid confrontation. Now, if you ask someone for their opinion on something, they more than likely won't give you their actual opinion in hopes of not offending you. Minnesota nice. Now, meanwhile, if you're the kind of person that tells it like it is, you may be seen as rude for some people that aren't used to that. People from the East Coast may have a difficult time interacting with people here. And number 4 is one that I think every Minnesotan can relate to, and that is our sports teams always seem to let us down. I mean, we've had some of the greatest players of all time in multiple sports, but we always seem to be let down in the end. I mean, we've had Kevin Garnett, Randy Moss, Stephon Marbury, Chris Carter, Adrian Peterson. We even passed up on Steph Curry in the draft and drafted Johnny Flynn instead. Yeah. Not to mention the Vikings were only 1 game away from the Super Bowl at home and got smacked down by the Eagles like we were a local flag football team. My point is, no matter how much talent we seem to have, we always get let down in the end. It's very emotionally draining. Now, number 5 is one that's more so for the road warrior or someone that likes to take long weekend vacations like I do. Now, I hate the fact that Minnesota is surrounded by states that don't really have too much to offer in terms of excitement if you want to take a quick road trip somewhere. Now, this one is pretty subjective because it really just depends on what you consider too far away. Now, for me personally, I'm 6'1", so I can't sit in the car for too long, but I'm also that kind of person that doesn't like to stop and take breaks on road trips either. So given that, my personal limit in a vehicle is about 6 hours, give or take. Now, the only problem is that the only places around 6 hours from Minneapolis that have anything to offer is Chicago and Kansas City. But after going there so many times, you start to get a little bored of those too. I mean, seriously, we're bordered by North Dakota, South Dakota, Iowa, and Wisconsin. I guess you could drive up to Canada if you have your passport. Maybe I should plan that. Alright, we're halfway through, but before we hit to number 6, make sure you hit that like button for me and don't forget to subscribe. Okay, so shifting back to weather for a second. Number 6 is the unpredictable weather. Now, Minnesota is a very moody state and you never know what you're gonna get. I mean, just last week we managed to get hail, snow, and rain all within 30 minutes. As a matter of fact, I was just golfing on Friday when it was 75 and sunny, and by Sunday it was snowing again. Yeah. Also in the winter, some days can get as low as -20 degrees when you add the wind chill, and on other days, winter storms can be so bad that even Amazon drivers get the day off. I'm just kidding. Amazon drivers never get the day off. All right, number 7 is the constant road construction. Now, because Minnesota has 4 seasons, the constant temperature changes cause the roads to expand and contract, which causes potholes and all kinds of other things, meaning that we're constantly repairing roads during the warmer months. Now, there's actually a saying that Minnesotans have that we actually have 5 seasons, with the 5th season being construction season. I would definitely say that if you have somewhere important that you need to be, make sure to give yourself plenty of time to get there, and don't drive too fast because sometimes in certain areas, those potholes and dodging them are kind of like playing a video game. Okay, this is the last winter one, I promise, but number 8 is our stupid cold winters. Now, let me be clear that the entire winter is not like this, but we do have a handful of days each year where you can walk outside and instantly start cursing once that wind hits you in the face. Dude, what the f***? I mean, yes, you can put on more clothes that can pretty much make the cold a non-factor, but who wants to take 10 minutes to completely suit up just to take the dog out to pee? And quite honestly, even the dog would probably be looking at you crazy like, where is my gear? Alright, we're almost done. Coming in at number 9 are the high taxes. Now, depending on which list you're looking at online, Minnesota is consistently in the top 10 for states with highest taxes. Now, even though we're also in the top 15 for household income, this still hurts. And honestly, this never used to even bother me at all until I became a business owner, and now I actually have to look at how much taxes I'm paying. And yeah, it hurts. Especially knowing that there are other states out there that don't even have income tax to begin with, you can't help but wonder. Alright, and the moment you've been waiting for, lastly, coming in at number 10. This is something that only fellow Minnesotans will understand, but I hate four-way stop signs in Minnesota.
What?
Now, some of you may think I'm joking on this one, but I assure you I am dead serious. And anyone who lives here knows what I'm talking about. I cannot tell you how many times I've rolled up to a four-way stop sign and everyone acts like they don't know whose turn it is to go. So what happens is everyone just sits there and stares at each other to see who's gonna make the first move, like some kind of Western showdown. I cannot explain to you how much it makes my blood boil. Now, I already know the answer to this, but I wanna hear what you guys have to say. Leave a comment below on who you think is supposed to go first at a four-way stop sign. Now, after going through all 10 things about what I personally hate about living here, I'm pretty sure I probably said a few things that are making you reconsider moving here. But on a more positive note, if you want to learn more about some interesting facts that you probably didn't know about Minnesota, then you should watch this video next.